Yo, what is going on, everybody? All right, so it took me an entire year to scale my agency from 0 to 10K per month. And I realized I didn't do it fast enough. And the thing is, most of you guys aren't either. Now, if you don't already know me, my name is Jared Curry. I built 2 7-figure agencies before I could legally drink. My last agency I scaled with my business partner, Matt Shields. We took it to 300K per month. And now since I've exited that agency, I make content for you guys on YouTube on how to scale an SMA because it has completely changed my life and I wanted to do the same exact thing for you. But your life doesn't change until you hit your first 10K per month. It's like that rite of passage. You have to make your first 10K per month online for you to have the belief, right? There's a lot of people out there that know that it's possible, but we need to know that it's probable that you're gonna be successful. That's how we think as humans. You have to know deep down inside that it's probable that you're gonna have success. And the best way to do that is by hitting your first 10K per month. It is the hardest thing to go from 0 to 10K per month. And if you can crack the code on that, then you're gonna be able to scale and skyrocket your entrepreneurial journey. It's gonna be like a hockey stick effect. And the thing is, too many people take way too long to make their first 10K per month online with SMMA or any online business. And because of that, they get burnt out, they stop having the belief, and they give up and quit. And I don't want that to be you. So I made an entire blueprint on how I would take a brand new agency from 0 to 10K per month. I'm gonna give you guys my exact scripts, my exact strategies, exactly what I would do to get my first 10K per month in 30 days. Literally 0 to 10K in 30 days. It is 100% possible. I've taught this to so many other people and they've had massive success. And I genuinely believe if you implement everything that I'm about to share with you in this video, then you're gonna also have that same success. So I'll see you guys at the end of the video and I hope you enjoy.
Let's say Scope Marketing, Luke and Nicola, who are going to be on this call tomorrow, guys, talking to you guys about how I automated my agency, talking to you guys about how we scale, talking to you guys how they manage a 20+ person team. They will be on here tomorrow. But let's say they just mess up. Let's say they make the biggest mistake ever and we lose all of our clients. Let's say they fire all of our sales reps, they fire all of our account managers, and we just lose all of our clients. We go from 100K to 0 tomorrow. Because guys, this can happen. What just happened last year? COVID. Guys, my agency went from 15K. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I don't know how I remember the first few weeks I just sat on the couch and I was like, what the heck is going on? I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to act. So hopefully this will serve as a game plan to you, because there will be times when you're in any business that you start with where things just don't go the way you plan them to go. But what can we do to mitigate the risk of us staying at rock bottom? Because that's what we don't want. We don't want to stay at rock bottom. So during COVID, we went from 15K guys, imagine this. I'm making $15,000 a month in high school. I was a senior in high school. I was making 15K. In less than 2 weeks, we went to 0.
Sorry to interrupt. Was this in your gym agency or with the e-com?
This was the gym agency. I didn't have the e-com agency then. This was just the gym agency, guys. You guys know Christian Guzman's Athlete Gym, right? Guys, I closed Christian Guzman 2 weeks before that. 2 weeks before this, and COVID happened. We had just had our biggest month. And it's like an 18-wheeler just came and hit us out of nowhere. I didn't know what I was going to do. And that's why we're talking about this today. Because even though, we all have a plan until we get punched in the face, right? I love that quote. And it's very true. It's exactly what happened with COVID. I had this grand plan that we were going to get up to 100K by the end of the year in the fitness space. That wasn't going to happen, not with COVID. So I had to reinvent everything in the agency. I had to hire new coaches. I had to I had to switch niches. I had to do something totally different. So if I was at 0 right now, I have $1,000. So I only have $1,000 in my bank account. I'm going to, this is, if I only have $1,000 in my bank account, I have 0 clients, no social proof, no assets such as a website or creative. What am I going to do? Awesome. Step 1, guys. Choose a niche. I'm actually going to go in a brand new niche. This is me. This is what I would do. I'm going to go in a brand new niche. You know why? The niche doesn't matter, guys. The niche doesn't matter, but it's all about perception. And I know that if I stay in the same niche, if I stayed in the fitness niche when we were already at 15K, we went to 0, I'm going to perceive the fitness niche as a horrible niche. There's just no way around that. That's how the human mind works. And I have to understand that. So I'm going to go in a brand new niche so that I can be excited. So what happened when COVID happened? We were in the fitness space. Then we moved on. Then I said, hey, I'm not going to give up on the agency. I'm going to switch niches. I'm going to pivot. That was a big word in 2020. We all had to pivot. So I'm going to pivot into a niche that is exciting. You know why? Because I'm going to be extremely naive. I'm going to allow myself to be extremely naive. This is one instance where you want to be naive. The reason why I would want to be naive when switching a new niche is because we all think that if we choose the right niche, that we're going to have massive, massive success in our agency. But I would much prefer to be extremely naive and tell myself, hey, if we go into this new e-com niche, right? What's going to happen is I'm going to scale up fast. This niche is much better than any local lead gen niche. It's better than chiropractors. It's better than all these niches because of all these different reasons. And because I'm allowing myself to become so naive, I'm a lot more excited. I'm excited to show up. I'm excited to take action, and I'm excited to grind. But if I continue doing what I was doing in the past, it's like the definition of insanity. It's going to become extremely boring, trying to scale it up all over. And the one thing I always say that you guys need when scaling your business is momentum. So you can't have momentum if you're not excited. So that's the first thing, guys. So for those of you guys just getting started out, you should already be excited. This is a brand new opportunity. And then for those of you guys who already have a niche, don't worry, we're going to talk about what else to do so that you can learn how to get up to 10K the quickest way possible. And this guys, this applies at whatever stage you're at. If you're at Josh's level, this applies to you too, because this is going to show you how to get from 16K to 30K. Because it's the same principles. It's just about how do you do more at each level, at each stage. All right. So pivot into a niche that is exciting. You want to keep momentum. Oh, momentum is key, guys. I'm actually going to hold this. Cool. All right. Get in the break. Next thing, social proof. Now, if I only had $1,000, I would go on Fiverr right now and pay 5 to 6 people $150 to give me testimonial videos. Who's done that so far? Who has paid someone to get them testimonial videos?
I did just a couple of days ago, actually.
And you just closed a deal. How did that testimonial video help you close that deal?
No, I haven't made them public yet. I'm thinking of putting them into my ads. So that's probably gonna be either today, tomorrow.
Dude, 100%. Put them in your ads. Put them all over the place. Put them on social media. Blast it out, guys. What I'm going to do with this social proof, I'm going to blast it out everywhere. SMS, actually Facebook, IG, ads, and funnel. Sorry, there's one more thing I have to cover, and that's market research. Let's say I'm in the Chiro niche. I'm going to take 5 Chiros, 5 niche owners out to lunch. That's going to cost me $100. Coffee. We'll do coffee. It'll cost me $50. Cool. So now I've gone ahead and I've spent $200 out of my $1,000. So I have $800 left. Where am I going to spend the rest of this money to scale up to 10K in the quickest amount of time possible? Simple. All right. So we have our social proof. On top of that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scrape a list. Now, there's a few options. I'm not going to pay. I have $800 left. I'm not going to pay more than $250 for a list if I only have $800 left. Why? Because I need capital for outreach, VAs, ads, and some other stuff. So no more than $250. You know what? I'm so sorry, guys. There's one big thing that I'm missing on here. Amex startup costs. What is my whatever the annual fee is? $250. Cool. That's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to get an Amex Gold card, which is going to cost me $250. Now, with this $250, let's say I have a starting limit of $2,000. Great. So now I've spent $450. Let's just type this in here. We've spent $450. So now I have $550 cash in the bank. Cool. I have $550 cash and I have $2,000 in credit. I love debt. You know, someone told me the other day, "Oh, Jerry, you have to be careful teaching people about debt." Guys, like I always say, I'm not telling you to do anything. This is what I would do. This is how I scaled to 100K. If you want to follow me, great. The chances of you having success is pretty high if you keep showing up and taking action. If you don't, that's on you. I don't really care. Either way, I'm just telling you what I would do. Cool. So now I have $2,500 available to me that I get to access. So what do I get to do? I get to spend more than $250 on a quality list. So now I can pay someone like Jarrett McNally let's say I'm going to pay him, I don't know how much one of his lists costs. So let's say it's 350. Let's say it's 400. His list ranges sometimes, so I don't know a good number, but we'll just say $400. Cool. Now I'm going to get a VA. And this is what I'm going to tell my VA, guys. And I learned this from Sergio. Sergio, when he was scaling his agency, he didn't want to be in the hole. So he told his VA, because he knew he would close deals, and he had pressure under him. He told his VA, hey, I can either pay you $3 an hour at the end of the month for how many hours you work. Let's say you work 8 hours a day. What is that? 40 hours a week. 80, 160 times 3. That's $480 a month. Or you can wait 60 days for me to pay you, and I will bump that up to $5 an hour. And the reason why Sergio did this is because he knew that if the VA was getting appointments for him, he would be closing deals. And it ignited a fire under him. And that's what a lot of you guys need. Some of you guys just need a reason besides yourself to put in the work. A reason. You guys need some urgency. Guys, I did 2 101s today. I do 101s all the time. And what I hear from you guys, the biggest promise why a lot of you guys aren't having success is because you're not going all in, because there's no urgency. You guys are missing the fact that money loves speed. And if you do not take action now, you may not have the same opportunities you had today that you're going to have tomorrow.
Jared, quick question on the VA thing. So basically they get delayed pay, right? But they get paid a little bit more.
Yeah.
If I'm right. So did Sergio have some kind of agreement where the VA would do everything that he asked them to do, whether it be cold emails, Insta DMs, Facebook DMs, whatever it was, right? He tracks their hours. And he doesn't pay them at all for the first, 59 days, and then he pays them on the 60th. Is that what he did?
Yeah, I believe that's basically what he did. There might be a few caveats to it, but yeah.
Okay, I'll ask him about it today.
So I would get a VA from Upwork. You have 2 options. You can pay them now or delayed pay. That's up to you guys. You guys, no matter what, you're going to have to pay the VA. But what this is allowing you to do, it's buying you time. It's buying you capital that you get to reinvest back into the agency to get even more appointments. Because the whole name of the game is appointments. How do I get more appointments? You need to ask yourself, how do I get more appointments? If I want to scale from 0 to 10K in 30 days, I need to have anywhere from 100 to 200 sales calls. If I am horrible at sales, and if my no-show rate is through the roof, I need to have 100 to 200 people booking, hands down. And that's going to guarantee me 10K, because I'm not going to accept anything less than that. With 100 to 200 sales calls, no less than 10K. That would be horrific if I couldn't close 10K. If anyone here couldn't close 10K, especially with the sales training that you guys get. If you guys get 100 to 200 sales calls booked on your calendar a month, of course there's going to be no shows. Of course, people aren't going to sign up. You should at least be able to close $10,000 worth of deals, if not way more than that. Is that fair? Is that fair to say? Cool. So how do I get more appointments? Cool. I have a VA now. They're going to be doing cold email from Jared's list. They're going to do IG DMs. They're going to send out 100 to 200 a day. They're going to send out 1,000 cold emails. And they're going to send out 50 FB DMs. And that's what they're doing. And I'm getting appointments from all 3 sources. Now, on top of that, I'm going to spend $1,000 now in the first week of me running paid ads. Going to pay a videographer $150 to record ads, because my ads aren't just going to be me with a phone. I'm going to have so many ads, so many creatives, and I'm going to make sure they're extremely high quality. He's also going to edit the ads for me. And I'm going to have multiple variations of the ads, multiple ad variations. Guys, the reason why our ads do so well at Scope is because we have multiple different ad variations. We test multiple different things. We have amazing creatives. That's why our ads do so well. If your ads aren't performing well, it's probably because your ads look like everyone else's. Guys, look at this. If I go to ad library right now, I hope my team is running ads, or else that's going to look bad. But if I go to ad library right now, thank God. That would have been bad if they were running ads, because I know they had a pause for something. But our ads look totally different from everyone else's. I promise you. The things that we say in our ads is totally different. Period. You guys have seen the ad with me jumping out of a plane, right? Totally different from everyone else. Cool. So we need multiple ad variations because we want to test everything. I want to test the offer, what I say, urgency, niche specific language. Any questions on this right here, guys? Of what I mean by any of that? Are you guys good? Cool. So I want to test all of those things. So if I'm spending $1,000 a week running paid ads, I have data. And the data I'm going to look at is my CTR, cost per appointment, and CPL. Now, if I'm spending $1,000 in a week, and my worst case scenario is going to be $100 per cost per appointment, I'm not going to accept anything more than that. So I'm going to have at least 10 appointments. That's worst case scenario. It should not be that like that. So let's say I have 10 appointments. Some of you guys are running paid ads and you're scared to spend money. You're scared to test stuff. You're only going to have results with paid ads if you test. You're going to lose money, guys. You have to get over that. You have to get over that mental setback, because at the end of the day, it's not even losing money. It's an investment. You're buying data. You're buying data and you're buying time to allow you to scale faster and to allow you to get better results and get a lower cost per appointment down the road. So you're going to be spending more money now so that you can save much more money down the road. Does that make sense? You sure? Does it really? Okay. Cool. All right. So let's say worst case scenario, I have 10 appointments. So my cost per appointment is $100. let's say out of those 10 appointments, I have 50 leads. I'm excited. I'm so excited because that means
Hey, Jared, you're cutting out.
I think he needs to get that battery checked out.
sorry about that, guys. I'm on my desktop now. Cool. Let me dive back in. Chris, I'm gonna have to send my laptop over to you, and you're gonna have to inspect it since you're the Apple certified pro man. Sorry about that, guys. I'm on my desktop now.
We'll get it taken a look at.
Cool. All right. Let me dive back in, guys. So if I have 50 leads, a lot of you guys are getting leads in your agency ads, not appointments. You're getting leads and you don't call them. You don't follow up with them because they didn't book an appointment. No, those are still people I want to reach out to. So what do I have now? I have proof of concept. It works. My paid ads work. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to optimize everything. I'm going to see which creatives are working. See which copies, I'm going to do aren't working. And I'm going to see what headlines are working. And then from all of that, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill everything that's not working. So right now in our agency, because I had a meeting with Luke and Nicola yesterday, they are transitioning from a volume-based, we're transitioning from a volume-based agency to a quality-based agency. We've gotten to the point where all we care about now is quality. So, with that being said, our ads have completely changed. The way we word things, the people we close, everything is different. So, guys, look at this number. We spent $81,000 in ads, and this is a brand new agency. This is just Facebook. This is not Google. We probably spent another $20,000. So that means we spent about $100,000 in about a year because we've had this new agency for a year. Yeah, I practice what I preach. I'm telling you, ads work. Simple as that. All right. And this $100,000 probably made us, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, maybe 600,000. Okay, so cool. Let me dive back in to the last 14 days. So we've only spent about $2,000 last 14 days, $83 per appointment, 25 appointments. Now the thing is, we have 71 leads. Guys, your data is probably similar to this. So we have 71 leads and only 25 people booked an appointment. So about 33% of people booked an appointment. What am I going to do with the other 66%? Our appointment setter is calling those leads and getting them to book. So our cost per appointment, oh man, let me go back. Our cost per appointment, I know it says $83 on here, but that's not true because I promise you our appointment setter got another 40 to 50% because that's what we average of those leads to book an appointment, bringing our overall cost per appointment down significantly. And that's exact same thing I'm going to do in this agency that I'm starting off at 0. I'm going to call all of these leads. And let's say out of those 50 leads, I'm going to get 25 of them to book an appointment. That's 35 appointments. I spent $1,000 on ads. That means my cost per appointment went from $100 to $28 just by being aggressive. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because you guys aren't being aggressive enough. It's as simple as that. You guys aren't contacting your leads. You're not following up with your leads. You're not following up with your no-shows. You think one call, one follow-up call is enough a day. That's what most of you guys are doing. Most of you guys say you want to build a 10K a month agency, but you're not doing what you need to do to build a 10K a month agency. You're not putting in the work. Guys, if you think it's hard now, just quit. You guys haven't seen anything yet. None of you. Guys, imagine running an agency with 20 plus team members, 100K a month in revenue. You have to deal with a whole different level of problems, like the FTC, labor laws, the IRS, lawsuits. Guys, this is just the beginning. So you might as well start. Oh man, this recording's been paused this entire time. Sheesh, that's not good. Well, I apologize for anyone that wasn't on here live, but guys, this is why you should show up live, because sometimes I might forget to do that. All right, but guys, you deal with a whole ton of other problems. Oh yeah, true, Chris. Thank you for that. Zai, can we just, rather than get the recording from this call, let's just pull the Facebook recording that we did. Cool. Let me dive back in. I was going on a little bit of a rant there. So once I optimize everything, guys, this is what I wanted to really show you. I'm going to show you what we do to optimize stuff. I'm going to exit out of this somehow. As you see, we're testing so much stuff, guys. We're testing so many different things. We're testing so many different creatives or variations of these creatives because they all have different variations, and we're going to see what works. So if I want to optimize something, I'm going to go to breakdown and I'm going to go to images and I'm going to see, great. I'm going to click the results section. I'm going to see, hey, this creative here, or this, let's see, which one is it? Yeah, this creative here is getting the best results right now. Great. Everything else that's above KPI, like this one, this is at $105. I'm going to kill this ad. I'm going to check out my ad copy. And I'm going to see what's working. What has a good CTR? What has a high cost per appointment? And I'm going to kill stuff that's not working. And I'm going to do this. Guys, this is all the first week. I'm doing all of this in the very first week. You see how fast I'm moving? I'm getting feedback right away. I'm choosing a niche doing my market research. I'm choosing my niche on a Monday, doing my market research that Monday as well. And I'm reaching out to people from Monday to have coffee with them on Tuesday. I'm paying for my social proof on Wednesday. I'm also getting Amex Gold on Wednesday. I'm going to pay Jarrett McNally on Wednesday. I'm getting my VA on Wednesday. I'm going to train the VA up on Thursday. She's going to start sending all the outreach. On Friday, I'm running paid ads. Okay, great. So I don't get my data until the next week. So I'm 2 weeks in now. I'm 2 weeks in until I have my data. And this is why money loves speed. It's so true. I have to move fast in the very beginning. Because if you wait that extra day to get your paid ads running, it's not costing you just a day of time. It's costing you thousands and thousands of dollars. Every day you take to delay something, it's costing you so much more money. Cool. So I optimize everything. I probably would have built my demo already, but we'll just say build it now, just so that you guys know you have to do that. And at that point, I'm closing deals, guys. The third week, guys, the second and third week, it's just data. I'm not trying to close that many deals. By the second week, I'm probably not going to close any deals. The third week, I should have closed deals. You know why? Because I'm going to be charging $397, $297, and $497 deals. That's how much I'm going to be charging. So that means when it comes to week 3, let's say I close 3 deals. 3 deals at $497 a pop. $1,500. Great. Week 4, I'm raising my retainer. I have momentum. I have the energy. I have the conviction. Biggest thing, conviction that I can close deals. Conviction that I know how the process works. Conviction that this agency process, the agency game works. So when it comes to week 4, I'm going to be charging. And the only reason I can do this is because, remember, I am starting over, so I still have sales. I do have sales skills. It's not like it's a brand. The whole thing is if my agency collapsed. So I still have my sales skills. That's something no one can take away from me. So I'm going to be charging $19.97. I've gotten my conviction that the offer is good. That's what I'm trying to prove to myself, that the offer is good, and that's why I'm charging $4.97. The offer is good. I closed 3 deals. Week 4. I'm going to close 4 to 5 deals. Simple as that. I don't care if I have to do payment plans, PIFs, or financing. But I'm going to close 4 to 5 deals with a contract value of $19.97. And I'm doing all of this in 4 weeks. That's my game plan. That's what I would do right now if I had to build a brand new agency. Guys, do you realize Cody Cox, we built his agency for him? You guys know that, right? He paid us to build an agency for him. We used to offer that. I don't do that anymore. It's not what I want to do. It's a lot of work. But Matt and I built his agency for him. And It worked. We got as soon as we started prospecting, I think I'm basing this exactly what I did with Cody. This is exactly what I'm sharing with you right now. I think it was week 2 when we started getting appointments, and week 3 we started closing deals. I wish Cody was on the call right now because he could tell you exactly what the timeline was. And by week 4, we handed the agency right back over to him. We implemented all the systems. We implemented a repeatable process. And most importantly, we had a consistent amount of appointments coming in and a proven sales process. Guys, a lot of you guys are overcomplicating everything. You're overcomplicating scaling an agency. All you are doing is getting appointments and closing appointments. Now, I could have talked to you guys about building out your onboarding, building out all these systems. No. What was everything I did from the beginning to the end was solely to create a killer offer that's going to get consistent appointments and it's going to allow me to close deals. That's all I talked about today. Because that's all that matters. So for those of you guys who are overcomplicating scaling an agency, why are you doing that? If you're not where you want to be right now, why is that? Because you know the tactics, you know everything you need to be doing. I literally just gave you the game plan that I would use myself, and I have used myself to scale an agency. So the only thing holding you back right now is yourself. If you are not where you want to be. But the one thing that you guys have to keep in mind when scaling this agency, I use leverage. I negotiated with the VA I was going to hire to lower their initial payments. I figured out a way to acquire more capital, even though I only had $1,000. I was able to get $2,000 more. By spending $250, I spent $250 to get $2,000 by getting the Amex Gold. And I invested everything back into the agency. And if I messed up, I didn't care. Because it's all part of the process. It's just feedback. Every decision I made on this paper, some would call it reckless, spending $1,000 in a week in a brand new niche, a brand new offer. I don't think so. I think it's more so conviction. Because once you've done it before, you know you can do it again. So for those of you guys who haven't done it yet, you should still have conviction because you have me as living, breathing proof that you can do this and you can copy the same exact formula. So why aren't you going all in? If you know that this same exact formula has worked for me, why aren't you going all in, innovating on it, making the process even better than how I laid it out to you now? And taking massive, massive action. Guys, was that helpful? I wanna get your guys' thoughts. I want to open the floor up to Q&As and questions. Feel free to unmute yourselves, and we'll recap on this entire thing.
That was
Jared.
very valuable. Oh, go right ahead.
Sorry, go for it.
No, ladies first.
Hey, Jared, if you're doing cold email from Jared's list, which we are actually waiting on right now, would you suggest paying for the email warm-up, or would you just get a Gmail account and just get going?
You're talking about from Jared McNally?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't know what the email warm-up is. I've never gotten that, to be honest with you.
Okay, so you just get like a Gmail or your domain email and then just start.
Wait, are you talking about buying lists from him?
No, I'm talking about like where you send cold emails from. Because I know sometimes like you're bound to there. You can get blocked by Google, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. So if you're doing the BCC method, you're gonna buy aged emails. Did you guys watch the organic marketing masterclass already?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so you guys already know you're gonna buy aged emails, and then the only email that I really want to warm up is my domain email, my burner domain email that I'm gonna be receiving all of my, that I'm gonna be forwarding all of my emails to.
Okay.
That's the only email I care about warming up.
Okay. Sweet.
Thank you.
100%, guys. Who else has a question?
I have a question, Jared.
What's up?
Yeah, about the timeline, what everything is happening in the first week. I was wondering how long do you usually will take, for a brand new agency and a brand new niche to do the market research, to make sure that you got the right offer for your new niche.
I did it in a day.
One day?
Yep. Guys, Zai's gonna edit that document, and there will be a timeline of what I'm doing, or like what I'm doing in the time I'm doing it at. So is it day 1, day 2? We're gonna break that down for you guys on the document.
Okay. And do you think like about 5 to 10 people from that niche will be good enough for you to, to kind of have a good idea what's a good offer for them?
Yeah, if I speak to 10 people, definitely.
Okay.
5 people, I could have a good idea. I only did 5 because I'm trying to move in the quickest amount of time possible.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, man. Thank you.
100%. Guys, remember, perfection kills progress. That document was not perfect at all. There are things that you could be doing that other coaches will say you should also be doing this, and that. Guys, I'll own my mistakes down the line once I already have 10K in the bank. I'm not going to wait. Money loves speed.
Now, for an LLC or an S corp, I don't know if you put it on the document, but around what time would you recommend getting your business with the state?
Guys, I didn't have an LLC for my agency in the first 12 months of me having the agency. Yeah. It's not on the document because it's not something that's going to move the needle forward.
Okay.
Now, of course, Facebook is now requiring some specific things, but you can bypass a lot of that stuff.
So that's something I shouldn't worry about right now.
Is it going to get you more appointments?
Yeah, no, it won't.
Wait, so your business doesn't have to be registered like with an LLC and stuff in order to get the Amex card?
You can get an Amex personal card. I know Matt has a personal card. Guys, this is a tricky subject because now we're getting into financing, and that was a really good question, Isabella. You guys can watch the OPM masterclass with Christian. There are a lot of ways to get financing. You don't have to use Amex specifically. I just use Amex because that's what I always use. There's a lot of financing options that you can use on your personal account. Now, the thing is, I always recommend having an LLC. But if you guys can't get that thing set up in an hour, don't worry about it. Also, if you have a brand new LLC, you're probably not gonna, the chances of you getting approved for a Amex business account is really slim because you don't have the history, number one, and you probably don't have enough personal accounts to get approved for an Amex card. But there's plenty of other cards that you can get with your own personal account. And honestly, I'd recommend you guys focus on, and this is me talking about credit, you guys should really be focusing on building up as many personal accounts as possible because you guys should all want to have around 21 personal accounts on your personal credit.
What's an account? Is that a credit card?
Car, mortgage, stuff like that. Just accounts. But guys, that's diving into credit. You guys can watch the OPM masterclass to learn more about that.
Bro, every time I hop on, it turns into a credit talk, I swear. Every time.
Guys, credit's huge. At least when it comes to me scaling businesses, I'm huge on it. But yeah, you can start off just using a personal account. You don't need to get a business Amex Gold. Does that make sense, guys? Two at first, Jared. Yeah, 100%. I would send them to a funnel. Now, if I was starting over again, I would still do a funnel. Some people say just set up lead forms. Lead forms can become extremely demotivating because those leads are just horrible. And I'm big on momentum and keep staying excited and staying motivated and trying to create an environment that's going to keep me motivated. And lead forms isn't going to keep me motivated, but that's me personally. Landing pages will, because I know those are qualified leads. And I would just take one of the basic templates, take the testimonial videos I bought from Fiverr, and put them on the landing page. Boom, I'm done. It'll take me an hour. Matt, how long did it take for us to build Cody's agency once we actually started working?
Once we actually started, probably like a month.
Yeah.
I think we got him to 5 or 6 clients. Then we handed it back to him. I think he's at like 10 or 11 clients now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was with not even us doing the sales. We hired a salesperson. So you had to train.
I trained the salesperson that didn't know anything about sales.
No. Yeah. And that was such a learning curve. He didn't have sales training like we all have in this group. And we still got there in like a month. Yeah.
100%. And so guys, like, this isn't me. That document wasn't just me just talking. Like, that was from actual experience. That's what we did. So any other questions, guys, about scaling, anything in general? Nothing else, guys? So you guys feel comfortable by in 30 days that you'll have a 10K a month agency?
One question. When you start closing sales, like those low ticket 297, 397s, do you put that back into agency ads, or do you look at hiring people to leverage your time more? Or do you leverage capital in ads?
I'm going to put it back into agency ads. And I'm just going to overwork myself for the first 30 days and deal with it.
Yeah, I had a question too.
What I would do. What's
up? About that. For like the 290.
Oh, really quick. I want to say one more thing. I want to say one quick thing, Noel, before you dive in. Sometimes hiring people, guys, especially part-time people, it makes you extremely lazy. And you personally don't know all of the flaws in your agency because you're going to have other people doing a lot of different things. You're not able to test certain things. So in the very beginning, I want to do a lot of stuff myself so I can at least have a basic foundation of how my own business operates. Why do you guys think we're not building agencies anymore for people? Honestly, we made I don't know. We made so much money. Matt, we made like what?
In 3 days.
We did like 40K in 3 days. Selling this product. And the money was great. But to be honest with you, I didn't want to build the agency. Matt didn't want to build the agency. But most importantly, we realized that if we just handed it back to people, they would not be able to sustain it themselves anyways, because they don't know the ins and outs of their own business.
That was my main concern getting into the whole thing. So I knew you were going to hand it to me and I was going to break it.
and that's why we stopped doing it. And we only did it for one person, and that was Cody. And luckily for him, we gave it back to him right away.
And he got an elite.
And he got into elite, so it helped him out.
Yeah.
But that's why you have to know the ins and outs of your business before handing it off to someone to automate. Guys, you cannot build an automated agency. Like I wouldn't be able to have Luke and Nicola managing my agency right now if I didn't know how my own agency operated. No, what was your question, man? Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I was saying for like the $297, $397, do you like offer that just for like the first month just to get them in, and then like the next 2 months you'd be like $997 or whatever your regular price is?
Personally, I don't do that because that's going to make the sales process way more complicated, and it's going to cause a lot of misunderstanding and confusion. Guys, like I had a fitness client, Impact Warren. It was like a martial arts studio. Awesome guy, awesome client. He stayed with me for a whole year, more than a year, and he was paying like $397 a month. He was still paying $397 a month when our agency was doing $100K a month in revenue.
Got it.
I never asked the man. I never tried to upsell him. I never asked for a price increase. Never did anything like that. Just stuck to the original agreement that we made. And because of that, he gave us referrals, he gave us testimonial videos, and he was an amazing, amazing client. Guys, some of my favorite clients have been my lowest ticket clients, not gonna lie. Like I've created some really good connections with a lot of my clients. And a lot of them were just really low ticket, like $297, $397 a month.
What are your thoughts about asking all those low ticket clients to be power partners and trying to, like, if you're going to give them a discount, try to get them to make Facebook posts and groups for you, connect you with like a minimum of 2 other business owners in the niche, or you just like, forget all that, it's complicated, let me just sell them low ticket?
I like what you just said. Personally, I don't do that because then you have to hold them accountable. And the amount of time it's going to take me to hold them accountable, I could have spent that time closing more clients, in my opinion. But I like what you said, and I think it's extremely smart. But at the same time, like my clients did that for me anyways. I didn't have to ask them. They already did it for me. They already referred people to me. They already created testimonial videos for me without me asking. So it was kind of like I treated them right and they treated me right. I didn't really have to ask, if that makes sense. But I do think that's a good idea if your clients aren't going to do stuff for you automatically.
Gotcha. Yeah, like maybe set that expectation so they feel obligated to do it. Ask them to do it, but if they don't follow up, don't waste time. Focus on other stuff.
Is anyone confused right now? Like completely confused of what I was talking about? Because I want to make sure that you guys truly understand this. Cool. I'll take that as a no. I think someone else had another question. Was it you, Brian? I think Noel also had a question too.
Yeah. How did you choose your power partner then? Or you never chose a power partner?
I did have a power partner actually. And this is literally its whole masterclass. But you know what I did? One day I went to Google and I looked up consultants for gems.
This is how you got Alpha Lead, right?
This is exactly how I got Alpha Lead, actually.
Where was
guys, you know what's funny? I didn't even know who Christian Guzman was before I closed him. I thought it was just another gym. All right, Jim Thomas. Fitness. So I looked up consultants, fitness consultants. And this guy came up. Actually, a few people came up. This was the only one that wanted to do business with me. Great guy. I absolutely Jim. I owe a big amount of success to Jim Thomas. He referred us 80% of my business, if not 90%, probably 90%. And I would give him 30%, no, 50% of the first month. And then 30% every month after that recurring. So Jim was making a few $1,000s a month doing nothing but shooting over an email. And my close rate for these people was like 100%. I always closed them because Jim was their consultant. He was their coach. Guys, anyone I refer to you and you get on a call with them, you're probably going to sign up with them. Why? Because I referred you to them. You guys trust me. The gym owners that I was selling, they trusted Jim Thomas, the consultant. That's funny. His name's Jim. He works with gyms. They trusted him. So my close rate was really, really high. So this is a big tactic that you guys can do. Now, in the first 30 days, I wouldn't get a power partner because I'm trying to get to 10K in 30 days, and getting a power partner going and stuff, it's going to take forever. It's going to take about 2 months to get it really working. And you guys can't just work with everyone. You have to interview them. You have to see who's actually going to send you leads and stuff. And the person has to love money. They have to be really money motivated. Jim Thomas is really money motivated. So it was easy to do business with him. I'm money motivated too. It's easy to do business with me, in my opinion. Matt might say the opposite. But he couldn't even say anything. He just had to chuckle. But no, I think that's a great way of getting a power partner, guys, or getting more clients. Is just look for a power partner. Look for someone in your industry. I know Emily and Marcus, they actually own their own franchise, and they are about to work with corporate soon. We're going to make that happen. And that's going to be a massive power partner for you guys. Brian, you should be looking for like a chiropractor coach, someone who coaches chiropractors on growing their practice. Nathan, you should be looking for solar consultants. And you guys should be reaching out to them, teaming up with them. And what I did with Jim Thomas, I actually said, hey, Jim, I want to prove to you that my system works. And I want to offer 3 free trials. I think it was 3. Yeah, 3 free trials to 3 of your best clients that could get value from my program. I offered them free trials. I closed all 3 of those free trials, by the way. And one of them was a franchise. And that was the big deal for me. And it's just, and then Jim started referring everyone to us at that point.
Can I give one idea here too to kind of hop on that?
Sure.
If you're in a niche like chiro, gyms, real estate, any niche that has franchises or tons of volume under one like parent company, get in with a franchise and you won't have to worry about outreach. Like it's a game changer. We went from 0 to 17K a month in 30 days because we partnered with one franchise for brand new agency. We ran a free trial, just like Jared said. We crushed it. They made a post in the Facebook group, and then we just had leads coming to us. So if you can get in with a franchise, it's a game changer for sure.
And then, guys, trade shows too. I know we're just giving you guys ideas now, but trade shows are huge. We've never done one at Scope because e-commerce doesn't really, there's virtual trade shows, but we don't really, and then it's COVID, so we haven't really had the opportunity to do that yet. We were going to do one for the fitness agency though. COVID happened though. But I know trade shows work. You can close 10, 15, 20 clients at a trade show. What a good offer. So guys, just ask yourself, how can I do more? How can I get more appointments? There are so many avenues that you can leverage to blow up your agency. Guys, this is one of the most scalable industries ever.
Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you liked it, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so I can see you in the next one. And last but not least, make sure you guys check out one of these fire videos that the YouTube algorithm just hand selected for you. And guys, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis so I can help you scale your agency and take it to new heights like I've done in the past, because I've built 2 7-figure marketing agencies before I could legally drink, go ahead, click down below, fill out an application, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.